Hello everybody there in YouTube land, it is your boy, Teagle the Beagle, back again with another video talking about modern gaming. My other video on modern gaming, of course, is the Overwatch video. And I've kind of got similar complaints about Overwatch to this. Granted, this game is far superior to the mess that is current Overwatch. Overwatch 2. Overwatch fucking half, more like it. Fucking took out content and called it a goddamn sequel. Anyways, let's not rant about that. There's a whole nother video that I'll go ahead and link in the description if you want to check it out on that whole fucking mess of a game. Today, we're talking about the new looter shooter that just came out called Synced. One that I actually personally, if you go back in my streams a long while ago, looked at. I didn't get to try out the beta because I didn't realize there was a beta till the game actually came out. Oopsies. But I looked at it, I looked at the trailer, and thought, wow, this looks super fucking cool. I really hope this comes out, and I really hope it's good. It looks really good. Unfortunately, it's not nearly as good as I thought. Now, granted, I may have overhyped myself a little bit for what it could have been, so I'll take some of the blame for that. As well as if you look at a recent stream I did, I played it for the first time, and kind of most of my anger was put to my anger with modern gaming, specifically in the fact that, you know, we shouldn't need a $15,000 computer to run something at decent graphics, alright? I don't care what you have to do. Stylize it, bring it down, whatever. Just make it runnable on PCs. This shit is expensive. My PC isn't cheap. It was thousands of dollars, and somehow it's not nearly enough to run this thing at low graphics without it lagging on stream and while I play it by myself, by the way. So that pissed me off and kind of poisoned my feelings about the game on stream. As such, it poisoned the feelings of other people that were watching, and I'm sorry if I swayed your opinion in that way, because yes, I shouldn't have done that, that's my fault. But I will still say that the game is not good. It's not bad, but it's just meh. It really is just meh. It brings to light the modern gaming problem of just companies not willing to innovate very much. There are some unique aspects to it, I'll give it that. Absolutely a very good unique aspect to it that I'll talk about in a second. However, most of it is very stock standard, very ununique, and very cut and dry. There's not much in the way of uniqueness in this game, besides the story, but as I'll talk about later, it's just zombies, but with a different coat of paint. Starting off, we of course have gameplay. Now, as far as gameplay goes, it's fine. It's okay. I didn't really find myself getting challenged by it very much. It was very easy, and as well as I wasn't very surprised, as often it would be the same enemy types a lot over and over, and like the same stage over and over, and like it felt repetitive. It felt very repetitive. I ended up forcing myself to play, and if I have to force myself to play a game, why don't I just go play a different game that I actually want to play? The point of a game is to have fun, right? It's to relax, it's to calm down. And even though we rage sometimes, that shouldn't be every single time you play a game, unlike what some pro players may do. But yeah, it's just, if I have to force myself to play a game, why don't I just go play something else? I'd probably be having way more fun. And as I mentioned, it's very stock standard and normal. It's basically just like enemies come in waves, and enemies will spawn in locations around you, and you have to fight them. And honestly, there were times when I would just walk backwards and hold down the fire button, and just, oh, I hit a couple of bomb enemies, I won. Woohoo! And when I didn't have to do that, I would use the part of the gameplay I do think is unique, and I do think is one of the best redeeming qualities of this game, and the sole reason I would ever recommend it if they ever do make the game really fun, in my opinion, which is the little droid nanobot thing. I forget the name of the thing that you summon in game that can help you. You get to choose between 4 in the character selection menu, and it basically allows you to have either a one that deals close range, like a brawler type motherfucker, like, or like a long range shooter who kind of guards areas, and backs up across enemies and shoots them from afar. As well as you have a defensive one that has a big shield that can defend you and your team. And also you have one that is kind of just good for PvP and not PvE. But besides that, the other three are really interesting in my opinion. Whenever I would be using this robot and fighting alongside it, I was genuinely like, damn, this was fun at first. And then I realized the only reason it was fun was because it would put me on a power trip. Whenever I would put this robot out, I found the battles becoming much, much, much easier. Hell, there would be times when the AI would literally just forget I exist, walk past me, like right next to my face, and start attacking the robot. And like, wow, I could just pull up my assault rifle, start shooting just around the robot, because all of them are going to it, and they will just all fucking die. Especially if you're playing the close-ranged one, what the fuck are they gonna do? And if you're playing the long-ranged one, no enemy will ever be a contest to you, because you could just deal with tons of waves really easily, and then the big enemies, they'll go to attack, but sometimes they attack so fucking slow, you can take out half their health before they hit you, let alone if you have the robot focusing them by continuously targeting it, and then what the fuck is it gonna do? Do you see the problem? Granted, I won't pretend like that part of the game, for me at least, wasn't fun for a little bit. I will fully, utterly admit that playing that with the robot and all that was a great gameplay mechanic. The problem is, it's the only unique thing they put into this game. Now, I want to talk about the runners, because the runners are very much the antithesis of this game. A lot of potential, but kind of just went really standard, then they played it safe. And for that, it's not as good as it could be. The runners are a character that you pick from. At the start of the game, you get to pick between three. Mainly, I split them between three categories, which is a utility-based one, straight-up damage ones, and then supportive ones. And at the beginning of the game, you get one of each of these. For your damage, you get a guy whose ability is to throw a grenade. That's it. For utility, you get a girl whose ability is to throw a smoke bomb. That's it. And for the healer, you get a guy who can heal in an aura around him. They couldn't even come up with the idea of summoning a healing drone. Do you know how simple of an idea, yet how cool of an idea, summoning a little drone that can heal in place of your, like, normal drone that you get, like the close-range brawler or the shooter? Instead, you get, like, this heal drone that'll go around and, like, heal your teammates or perhaps revive them if they're downed. That would be sick as fuck. Granted, there's no down system in this game, but still, if there was, you could have done that, and it would have been so goddamn cool. Granted, it's not the most unique thing in the world, but it still would have utilized the unique part of this game and made it a really cool thing. Instead, they just went, oh yeah, it's a healing field around you. You took something that could have been cool and made it stupid. Like, for example, there's just a guy with a grenade. I mean, there is one unique runner. He has a little thing that bounces between enemies and hits them and damages them. That's kind of cool. I like that. And then they go right back to, oh yeah, this guy could turn invisible. You have this setting involving nanomachines, machines that are in real life designed to help with surgery, and in the future could theoretically fuck around with biotics. And this is the best you can come up with? This is it? I mean, granted, there'll probably be more content along the road, but this is how you start off with, like, nothing unique, really? I just don't get it. Granted, do not mistake this as it's shit. It's still okay. It's just, it's the fact that they could have done so much more unique shit and they just played it safe and did what modern gaming does and just do what everyone else did without any innovation. And if there is innovation, people will complain that it's too good for some reason. Baldur's Gate. As well as the unique parts of the gameplay, aren't really good. There are, like, these things, like storms that you have to go to in the levels to go and stop them and kill all the robots there, which is just, like, go to objective, kill enemies there, go to other objective, kill enemies there. Wow, bro, you really put all your brain power in this one. Alright. Then there's, like, the strongholds or caches or whatever the name is. God damn it, I keep forgetting. But basically, they're like these big ass like loot chambers that you can go to and grab stuff in, and it's like, okay, it's just a big chest that the map shows you where it is sometimes. I it's just a chest that, and you can buy things there, but like, yeah, that's been done a lot too. I'm not saying if it's been done before you can't do it, but if it's been done over and over and over and over and over again, I would like to see something new instead. Maybe try some innovation. I wouldn't be so mad if it wasn't the fact that almost everything in this game is stock standard. If it was maybe just like less than half or even just half, it'd be like, okay, you know, you put all your brain power into this. But instead it's like 20 to maybe 25% of this game is uniqueness. And it's like, well, what the fuck? You have so much room for cool stuff here and you did nothing with it. Granted, there is a one other unique thing that takes up that 20 to 25% of the game, which is the little meter that's on your screen. For the longer you stay in a level, the more that meter ticks up and the harder the level gets. I actually find that kind of cool. Basically kind of forces you to hurry up and not dilly-dally with whatever you're doing. You can't just sit there organizing your inventory forever. You've got to go, get the shit you need, and get out as fast as possible. Because once that bar reaches 100%, it will then start acting like a storm in Fortnite or something like that, or like the zone in Apex, and start dealing continuous damage, just ticking down and down your health, making you have to hurry the fuck up. But then again, that doesn't really matter, because in the last objective, and in every single objective after you kill the big baddie, it just like puts up a dome where it'll continuously heal you, so you're practically never in danger from this so-called storm that's supposed to be like world-ending danger threat, according to how the characters talk about it in the story. Which, speaking of which, let's talk about the story, shall we? The story is basically about, like, the world was in another golden age. There were these nanomachines all over that were pretty much helping with everything. They did everything for people, and they were, like, in people as well. And then they malfunctioned, and humanity was taken over, and the company that made them took all the rich people, took them into the sky, and let all the poor people fend for themselves. It's not a totally unoriginal story. It's kind of interesting. Though the big corporation is bad, and the thing that we rely on ended up hurting us isn't exactly the most interesting story beat. I'll also say it's, like, not a terrible story beat at all, and I think it has been done well a lot. So perhaps future parts of the story, like if they release more of this story, it'll be better. I don't know at the moment, but I feel like it will be. So I will reserve my judgment on the story. And you may say, why not reserve your judgment on the gameplay then? That's a little different in the fact that the entire thing feels stock standard, and it feels like what we started out with isn't actually good, so you need a lot to improve off it, where the story, it's starting off like kind of okay, and I could see expanding on it being really well, whereas gameplay, you're going to have to do a lot to expand off this to make me want to play it. And so far, well, yes, it's been a little negative. I have talked about in numerous occasions how I don't think the game's bad. I think it's okay. It's meh. It's It's just there's not a lot good to talk about, really. Though it's not really that there's bad, there's just it's bad because it's constantly used stuff that's not very unique or interesting. However, when we get to the fucking shop, I lose my shit. This is modern gaming at its fucking finest. They did the same shit as Fallout 76 and Overwatch 2 in the shop, but worse. While yes, I will admit the legendary skins and all that, and the epic skins and like the skin prices, okay, those prices I'm honestly fine with. I think $10 for a legendary should be the standard, and it's why I don't have a problem with Fortnite's shop prices at the moment. However, the bundles. Remember when Overwatch did that one bundle that was like, oh yeah, it's off half price, but it was released like that? That was illegal, right? And they only did it once. Same with Fallout 76. They did that once with a Christmas shop bundle, and then they had to stop. I want you getting real close with me right here. It was a little too close. Give me some personal space. They did that shit, but for every single bundle in the entire shop. Listen, I don't know what these bundles look like day one, so maybe I'm wrong. However, I played it day 2 of it coming out. Day motherfucking 2! And they were on discount. So either they were only out at full price for a goddamn day, or they were released like this. Either way, that's pretty fucking scubby. And if it's the second option, that's illegal. Oh, and I'm not done yet. Let's talk about the fucking Battle Pass. That's right, they pulled another Overwatch 2 with the shitty fucking Battle Pass. Oh, they pulled a Diablo 4 as well with it. First of all, to buy the Battle Pass, you need about 880-something coins. Okay. The bundles do not include an 880 coin option. They include one for about 600 coins, and they include one for about 1,200 coins, or 1,280 coins. Sorry, there's a little extra 80 for you, because that's so much fucking money. So, to buy the Battle Pass, you need to put out $10 twice, or a single purchase of $20. $20 for a fucking Battle Pass. You wanna know what? If it paid you back that money by the time you got to the end of the Battle Pass, cool. You got some extra Dilla dollars. There is not a single bit of currency in the Battle Pass, not a single bit of that currency that allows you to buy the next Battle Pass in the existing Battle Pass. Not to mention, the Battle Pass items are complete fucking garbage, and it's grindy as hell. The Battle Pass items include skins that are worse than the skins you can just buy in the fucking shop, which, by the way, kind of pushes you to just want to go buy those instead. Yeah, just spend a little bit more money. What's a little bit more money? What's a little bit more? Just get your mama's wallet. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Just pull out a wallet. Just get a little bit more money. Just need a little bit more money for it. Come on, just buy the skin. You see the problem here? I just fucking threw my license across the room doing that. And not only that, every item in the Battle Pass takes a long time of grinding to get. Like, a lot of fucking grinding. There are 100 tiers, and while, yes, you can get, like, the tiers through purchasing a little bit extra, again, that requires you spend more money! Woo! And I know what you're saying, not the first game to do this. Yeah, it should not have to be multiple games to do this. I fucking hate this shit. This is obvious greed. This is obviously not an interest of the players. It is just an interest of the fucking studio. You know what? Maybe if they just did a little bit of this, like they made it a little bit grindy, okay, who gives a shit? It's a little bit of a negative. If they didn't give you money in the Battle Pass to buy the next one, okay, it's a little bit of a negative. But doing both of these, along with the third thing of making it so that the currency is a fucked up conversion rate? Are you fucking serious? Granted, once again, I want to iterate, this game is not as bad as Overwatch 2. There is actual thought put into some of this shit, as well as soon as you load up at the game, it doesn't advertise to you. In fact, you actually have to go out of your way to look at the shop items. So, they're at least a little bit in the interest of the players. I will give them credit where credit is absolutely due. However, its similarities to all these games, it's all the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Not to mention, like, it's a looter shooter. Come on. I've been looking for a good looter shooter for a while. I mean, a lot of the looter shooters out here are gritty as fuck. Destiny? Fucking hell. Have you seen the most recent shit going on with Destiny? And its fucked up conversion rates? And, like, I'm tired of having to accept this. Of having to accept, oh yeah, it's just gaming. It's just gaming. It's gonna be shitty. Who cares? Who cares? I care, because I'm done with companies thinking they could walk all over us. You may think, oh, it's fine, we'll just deal with it. Do you realize if we just sit here and deal with it and just keep playing these shitty games that come out with obviously greedy practices, more companies are going to go, they're fine with that, what else can we get away with? And you may think, they can't get away with greedier than this. Well, if they start putting out games with only the greedy practices, then they will get away with it, because what else are you gonna play? Because they're gonna start cutting support for older games, like they have been with certain Call of Duty games, and then you're fucked. You've got to play the new shit, and it's greedy as fuck. That is why you should not be supporting these shitty fucking companies and their shitty greedy practices. Now, all that is to say, Synced is an okay game with really greedy practices in it, and it's very similar to a lot of modern gaming going on. Does that mean I would not recommend it? No. To a certain demographic, I would recommend it. I would just say, stay away from that goddamn shop. Stay out of it, just stick with the default stuff, and have fun playing it if you truly have fun playing it. But do not give it to the greedy bullshit. Buying legendary skins in this game makes sense. Buying bundles in this game, absolutely not. It's greedy as fuck. Don't do that. Anyways, guys, that was another video by Tigo the Beagle. Do hope you enjoyed. Leave your opinions down in the comments, and I'll see y'all later.
I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it, I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest, I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist.